Hello guys, welcome to a bit of a different video. That is the GTX 1080 Ti, and it's been out for a couple weeks. All the reviews are out. Now, we didn't get an early sample, so unfortunately we weren't able to get a review out in time for launch. But that got me thinking, what can I do that's a little bit different in terms of a 1080 Ti video? Well, it's the most powerful graphics card right now on the market for gaming. So what if we pushed it to the limit? The 1080 Ti can apparently play a lot of modern games at 4K and 60 FPS, but how far above that can it go before it just quits? Dell just launched the world's first 8K monitor, so how long will it be until we can game at 8K? So what we're going to do in this video is use NVIDIA's dynamic super resolution feature to run games at 4K and above. So we're going to run it at a higher resolution, and then it scales it down to 4K, but the 1080 Ti still has to deal with rendering that higher resolution. So we'll see how far it can go before it's like, no, that's no more. That's it. I can't do it. What is the state of gaming with the single most powerful graphics card in March 2017? Let's find out. So, if you didn't know, dynamic super resolution is a way to add some more fine quality to your game's image. It's sort of like anti-aliasing, rendering a higher resolution image and then downscaling to your monitor's resolution, which can smooth out pixelated parts of the game, but at a cost of performance. Now, the way to enable DSR in games is through Geforce Experience. Navigate to the game you want to play at a higher res, click the wrench icon to get to custom settings, and pick one of the DSR resolutions. Since I'm playing on a 4K monitor, there are only two available, 5431 by 3055 and 7680 by 4320, which is actually the max supported resolution on the 1080 Ti. But if you were playing on a 1080p monitor, you could enable DSR to render at any resolution above that and downscale back to 1080p. So I started with Doom. I should mention that every benchmark in this video was run at the highest graphics settings preset, Ultra, or very high in Tomb Raider's case. Doom was extremely playable at 4K on both the OpenGL and Vulkan graphics APIs at around 90 FPS, with Vulkan getting a 5 to 6 FPS boost. At 5K, Doom was well above 30 FPS, so while that is playable, it's certainly not ideal, especially for such a fast-paced game. At 8K on OpenGL, we hit a cinematic 24 frames per second, which is fine since the human eye can't see past that. But on Vulkan, the game straight up crashed on me twice when I tried to benchmark, so I guess no 8K numbers for Doom on Vulkan. Moving on to Battlefield 1, 4K looked decent at around 60 FPS, 5K was again arguably playable but dropped as low as 26, and 8K wasn't even cinematic at an average 18 FPS. That's like super artsy cinema, maybe. Overwatch did much better, averaging 84 FPS at 4K, 44 FPS at 5K and only dipping down to 38, and 23 FPS at 8K. And finally, I ran the Rise of the Tomb Raider benchmark in DirectX 11. It averaged 59 FPS at 4K, but dipped all the way down to 34. 5K was, I'm gonna say unplayable, and 8K, let's not even talk about it. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised by the 1080 Ti's ability at resolutions over 4K, particularly Doom. It's kind of crazy to think that a couple years ago, 4K was this super high resolution for the super rich, but if things continue as they are, 8K games will be here in no time. Well guys, there you have it. Pretty much every title was completely playable at 4K, arguably playable at 5K depending on your standards, and at 7680 by 4320, not so playable. In fact, Doom straight up crashed before I could do my benchmark run twice, although that was with the Vulkan API instead of OpenGL, so. Looks like the most powerful graphics card at the moment is not quite enough for 8K, but dang, it looked sharp though. To be honest, I couldn't even tell any difference between 4K and the higher resolutions, and obviously, playing super sampled resolutions at 4K is not any kind of realistic scenario at this point in time, but hey, I wanted to see just what the 1080 Ti is capable of, and turns out it's quite a bit. Now, we'll have to see what AMD comes up with when Vega launches, but for now, I think this was a suitable testament to the current king of the GPUs. I salute you. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave us a comment and let me know what you thought of this more informal type video, and maybe we'll do more like them, maybe we won't. Who knows? Click here to watch more videos. Follow us on Twitter over there. But as always, like the video if you liked it, comment below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this, or not like this, from NCIX. I'll see you later.